And I did some research on what police are supposed to do with disabled people when they're arrested. And they're supposed to accommodate them. She was not accommodated in any way, shape, or form. In front of a hospital where there was plenty of stretchers, plenty of probably, they could have had an ambulance move her. They could have called their boss and said, we're not sure about this lady. The doctors say she's okay, but she doesn't look okay to us. They could have taken her to another hospital. Okay, I'm going to get started by reading the very beginning of this police video. Oh my God, this is hard to do.
They asked you to leave, didn't they? Did the hospital ask you to leave? No, they said they want you to leave.
Yeah, I got no.
You got to leave, though. They want you gone.
They want you to take me here.
No, they want you gone.
I know I can't even get to the door.
You can't get where?
Huh?
You can't get to where?
I can't get back up there.
They don't want you back up there. They want you to leave their property. They want you to leave their property, ma'am.
I can't even lift me off.
Can I what?
I don't know what to do, honey.
You got to go somewhere. What?
I'm tired. I had a stroke. And they beat me up last night.
Well, I don't. Who beat you up?
The security guards in there. And there's the 3 nurses.
So the people in the hospital beat you up last night.
They did. They spread me on my chair, ran my belly and this. I thought,
Well, they say they want you gone, so you got to go. This is their property.
well, I can't even get out of here.
You're gonna
Her
have to figure
talking
something
is
out.
normal.
Because ain't no need for you to go
Not
to jail over
slurred.
some nonsense, but you got to leave.
I know.
She can't walk.
Get in your truck.
No.
I can't walk.
She can't walk,
Why
see?
can't you walk?
I got a stroke
Because she had a
on
stroke
my left side.
on her left
My
side,
ankle's shattered.
and her ankle is
Your
shattered.
ankle shattered,
Yes.
and they kicked you out.
Yes.
Yeah, they did, and they lied. And they
You
said
must
she
have been
could
giving them
walk.
some problems then.
Huh?
Were you giving them problems?
Yes, I'm here with the problem.
Why were you giving them
I
problems
think she
then?
suggests I'm here for
Why were
problems.
you giving them problems?
I wasn't giving this problem.
She
I'm gonna
wasn't
talk to
giving them
Hold on.
problems.
Okay.
And he's going to, I think he talks to the doctors or something, but he comes back and he says, you can walk. They think that she's fine. Not that this relieves them of any responsibility of their bully tactics with an elderly disabled woman. Oh my God. And then watch when he decides to arrest her. It's like that guy that was killed in the school line, picking up his little brother. I want to do a video about that. Because that cop killed him right after he said, I'm scared of cops. Cop pulled him out of the car and shot him.
So what's the deal with her?
This story, she came over here from another hospital, and she's hospital hopping. Didn't have anywhere to stay. She was a big pain in the ass inside the hospital. She was shit all over the place, shit all over her, spiking the staff members, and kicked her out. Or she got discharged, rather, and she doesn't have anywhere to go. So she's like, just call the police, and I didn't know. She was discharged from home memorial.
So she don't have anything wrong with her. She's talking about her ankle's shattered and she can't walk.
She's already been discharged. She's already been cleared by the doctor. She just doesn't want to.
Oh, she's fine. Discharged by the doctor. She can walk.
Coax her into leaving.
That doctor, I want to know who that doctor is. He should not have a medical license ever again. Tell me how can people with a heart wheel a woman that can't even walk out to the parking lot and tell the police she's fine, she can walk, she walked in here, she's fine. From what I'm hearing and from what I'm seeing, that is definitely not true. That hospital holds a lot of responsibility. And like I say, this does not release these officers of anything. Oh, I'm going over them with a fine-tooth comb too. I have a lot of rants and vents to get out, and Lisa needs them right now. Yeah.
40 Bravo.
Good.
Hey, I'm out here on 44's call. Ma'am, what's your name? Okay, Miss Edwards. They said you have already talked to the doctor. You listen to me. I'm talking. You've already talked to the doctor. You've already been discharged from the hospital. They want you gone. I'm talking. I understand you say you got some problems going on. You're going to have to find a way to get out of here. Okay? I don't want this to turn into a situation where you have to go to jail. If you're looking for somewhere to go because you're cold, I'm sorry, but I'm not taking you to jail just because you're cold. Well, they said that you've been checked. The doctors have discharged you.
I'm not.
You have no reason to be
I'm
here.
a homeless person. I shattered my ankle and I had a stroke.
Well, if the medical professionals have saw you and discharged you,
They won't.
I got nothing to do with that then, but you got to get going.
See, her mouth is
I
fine.
can't even get down there.
You're going to have to figure out a way to get going.
That's about as much as I can stomach at a time. Yeah, how can they do that? How can they do that? I seen a news clip of her friend. Her friend lives in that town. I don't know why she didn't call anybody. I don't know why they didn't tell her, let's call somebody you know. What on earth? That should be nursing 101. The family wants to help, or at least know. Oh my God. The doctor said she was fine. I want to know who this doctor is, and I want him fired. I'm serious. I am serious. Who told these police officers that she was fine and they thought she was faking all of it? And she wasn't. We are all watching a woman get killed. A disabled woman get killed right in front of our eyes, and there are not protests in every city in front of every hospital. I mean, oh my God. Well, I guess with YouTube, you don't need to do that. You just make videos, and that's what I'm doing, so. See, this has just got me in a fluster. I just can't even, I can't believe a doctor would do that. I can't believe it. Like I say, I've been around medical stuff for 40 years. Heart, lung, kidney, ear, eye. I mean, I've dealt with just about every kind of doctor. I mean, not all of them, but a lot. Our family's had a lot of variety of medical issues. Myself, I had Barrett's esophagus. I couldn't swallow for a year. And I went over to the gastrologies and had an appointment, and the nurse practitioner lady tried to tell me that I was just feeling that way because I was too fat and I needed to eat better and blah, 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 blah. And I told her, no, I want an upper endoscopy. I said, if I'm wrong, that's fine. I'll accept it. I'm wrong. And I mean, I really had to force her to get the endoscopy. And so finally she relented. I'm not sure why or how, but I tell you, you got to be a squeaky wheel today to get anything done sometimes. And well, that was a long time ago. That was back in 2009-ish, 10-ish was when I was dealing with all that mold issue. And anyways, so she made the appointment, and thank God I fought for my appointment because I had Barrett's esophagus, and the doctor told me if I had not come in, it would have been bad. I would have died. And I had to go through every 6 weeks I had to go in for treatment for that, for my RFA. They would burn it off. And then after that, I went in and I had surgery. I had a Nissan fundoplication. So, you know, my dad's had a kidney transplant. He's had bypass. I worked at a nursing home when I was young. I'm in the loop on the patient side, and the caregiver side, and the advocate side. And I just cannot let this go. I cannot let this go. There was too many things done to this woman that were uncalled for, first of all. Do they talk to their mothers like that? If their mothers are annoying, you know, people annoy you. You know, this whole thing just makes me so sick. So sick. That doctor That doctor is where it all started. And when she was on the ground, we'll get to it. We're not going to get to it today. When she was on the ground, and a guy walked by in a red shirt, and she saw holding out her arm, not that arm, because that arm's paralyzed, but this arm on me is bad, so I can't even do it like she could. I couldn't imagine somebody dragging me into the ambulance with my shoulder like this. She was manhandled, and I cannot believe those cops are not facing charges. They did not err on the side of caution when she told them she's had a stroke. My God, look at her. Who in their right mind is going to lay like that on the ambulance, on the ground? All she was doing was crying for help from them and God. You guys, those police should just quit the department, or they should go work in a prison. They do not need to be working with the public in any way. They should be in prison, actually. And I'm using these videos as fair use educational. And these are only my opinions. I'm not making accusations. I'm going from what I've seen. And the rest of you police and hospitals and doctors need to pay attention. You can never, ever, ever let this happen again. And it's on your shoulders to do it. We can protest. We can write letters. We can change laws. Bottom line is it's your job. It's your job. It's what you went to school for. It's where you work. Here they call police public safety. Safety. Not go ridicule, make fun of. You made fun of her for having cigarettes. Well, you know what? She's an older lady. She's not in good health. It's something she gets enjoyment out of it. It's not illegal. She didn't buy it on the street corner. It's her business, and it's none of your business if she smokes. You guys killed her. You're making fun of her for smoking cigarettes while you ridiculed her, made fun of her.
Well, that sounds like that's the only option because you're not giving us anything else we can do.
I don't want to go to jail.
Get up and get the move. Get up and get the moving then.
Please don't hurt me no more, so.
Okay, I'm done talking to you. You start talking nonsense like that, I'm done with you. Go to jail. Boy, Bravo, you know the wagon sitting over here.
It feels like foreshadowing. Seconds after he says that, Richard Ward would be on the ground with 3 gunshot wounds to the chest. But let's back up and explain how we get there. How Richard ends up dead in the pickup line outside of a Pueblo middle school. His family says they were there to pick up his younger brother when Richard got out of the car to smoke a cigarette and stretch his legs. Investigators say when he went to return to his mother's car, he accidentally got into another car, realized his mistake, and walked back to his mother's car. Someone called the cops, and Pueblo deputy Charles McWhorter talks to Richard in the back seat.
What's going on? Wow, nice to meet you. Just my little brother, huh?
You can tell he's uncomfortable.
Why you touching my arm, brother? Yeah.
Why are you acting like this?
I don't know, man. This is out of my cops.
Why?
They've done things to me.
What have they done to you?
Stop resisting. When you're not resisting.
McWhorter wants to know why he got in that other car.
I just want to hear your side of the story, man.
Oh, you're telling me, dude, I straight up thought that was my freaking, my car. That's all it was.
Are you under the influence of anything?
No.
Okay. Do you have an ID with you?
I don't know.
Do you have any weapons?
This is where things escalate.
Do you have any weapons?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Don't pull now.
Richard says he has anxiety. Ward's lawyer says he takes anxiety meds.
What's he just sticking around? Really? Yo, what's up with him? Let me go. Get up.
About 20 seconds after McWhorter takes him to the ground,
Stop resisting, bro.
3 shots. The struggle stops. The deputies back away. An unarmed Richard Ward never gets back up. The deputy who shot him explains what happened as kids with backpacks walk by in the background.
You all right? Yeah, are you?
Well, the guy's not. He's dead.
No one leaning in to check on him for another 3 minutes when firefighters get there.